Hi, in this video I'm going to talk about remembering the big picture when you're internet marketing, and there are so many things to do in internet marketing that it's often easy to forget the big picture. We can become obsessed by some relatively minor detail that commands our focus for much longer than it should, often hours, days or even weeks. We spend fussing over things. And for instance, in product creation and website creation, I've seen this a lot of times. But product creation, well before the product's launched, and therefore well before you know whether or not the product is likely to sell, either well or even at all, people are worrying about the download page. What would it look like? Well, to be honest, they've bought your product. So long as they can actually get what you've promised, the download page can be really ugly, but if it's easy to use, fantastic, because I can click the link that says download my product here. That's all it needs to do. And often I've even seen download pages that are just a zip file that says here's your product. So it's up to you to unzip it, store it on your computer somewhere, or it appears in your browser. So download page, don't get fussed about that. It's even less critical than the look and feel of your website, and that's not exactly critical. How can you protect your download page? Well, the quick answer is you can't. Hollywood can't. Their budget is an order of magnitude bigger than any of us can ever imagine, and they can't stop people sharing their product. It gets leaked, it gets pirated, it appears all over the place. There's people stand at the back of cinemas with movie cameras doing it. Digital products, I'm sure, just get copied. So your download page, can you protect it? No. Should you protect it? Only to an extent. I tend to get bugged by people who put their download pages and put so much protection in for the people that have actually trusted them with their money, and then you don't trust me with getting to the page? No, get over it. If hackers want to get in, they can and will get in. That's pretty much a fact of life, same as movies and things like that. So will it get shared? Yeah, probably. Do you actually want it to be shared? Possibly. If your product's dripping with affiliate links, then definitely almost want it to be found. But even if it's not, get over the fact, if you spend the hour that you spend worrying about protecting your download page, you could create another video like this one easily. It's taken me, I didn't time it exactly, but less than half an hour probably to write the slides, and it'll take no more than about 10 minutes to film it, and then a few more minutes to upload it. So protection, yeah, do some basic stuff, but after that, that's it. Should you include other products on the download page? Up to you, completely. As long as people can get to whatever it is you're downloading. I've seen some download pages where there's a sort of, I've even done it myself, where there's 1, 2, 3 or 4 steps or whatever, and you eventually get to the bit that says, and here's the product you first thought of. And that can work. You can get sign-ups, you can get upsells, you can do all sorts of things. And again, should you take people direct to the download page or put in something else like an upsell? Much as I hate upsells as a consumer, as a product creator, I love them because they make extra money. It's as simple as that. And you can even do that on a free gift. You could do an upsell before you go there. Here's this once only offer that may appear more than once, but we'll ignore that bit. Would you like it? And some people will say yes, and that's extra money in your pocket. So, but equally, you could make a fuss on your sales page of, it goes straight to the download page. That could be a selling point. Or the extra bit could be a selling point. It depends how you actually want to do it. No easy answer, but remember the big picture, decide what you actually want to do, what you want to achieve over time, and then aim for that. And all of those and more are just details, but our minds like to become bogged down with those details. Maybe it's an excuse to procrastinate and have a reason why we haven't launched yet, or haven't put up the giveaway squeeze page, or haven't updated our website in living memory, or any one of a million or other small details that conspire against us, and we need to remember that big picture and unconspire them, if that's a word. And sure, details are important, but even more important is to remember the big picture and actually do something. That applies to product creation, making videos like this one, slide presentations, which the slides on this will turn into, writing pages on your website, sending emails to your list, and near enough absolutely everything else we do as internet marketers, and pretty much in life. You can't go back and live today more perfectly than you did already. It's happened. Treat it a bit like that. Because nothing on the web is permanent. Kindle books can be updated with a new release, and if you just amend the source document, people who've already purchased will get access to the new version. It haven't happened to me very often because probably most of the books I buy don't get updated very often, but it does happen. Blog posts, you can amend those or even remove them. Same goes for videos, document shares, and near enough everything else. Likewise, nothing on the web's perfect. Google are forever tweaking how their search engine algorithm operates. I think it's reckoned to change once or twice a day in some small fashion, and almost every large website will be continually testing and tweaking their sites. And if you're in any doubt about that, use the Wayback Machine to see how your favourite website looked a few years ago, assuming it even existed. And that's Amazon at the time of recording. And well, that's the main page. Great big search bar. Please subscribe to their Music Unlimited side of things. Popular departments, and a welcome screen. But start of the decade, that's how it looked. It's the Wayback Machine. Search box is somewhere. I actually can't see it. I'm sure it was there. But we got search by department, you got other things, you got products on the front page. As I said, I'm sure there was a search box there somewhere. Maybe the Wayback Machine's playing up on that bit. Or if you go back to the start of the decade, that was Amazon again. That's definitely how do you want to do it. Search, type in your product, or browse by that, or, okay, that image is broken, but certain pre-orders and things like that. So that's how Amazon's changed, and you're probably looking at it and thinking, wow, that's some of it's similar, but some of it's big difference, and that's continual testing. So again, they probably thought it was perfect at the time, but they decided no, it isn't, and come back in a year or two's time, it'll be different again, and a year or two after that, are different again. That's what happens. And as I said, it's easy to accept that the things we currently use, and we forget it's only recently we started to use them. If you use something like Uber or Airbnb or whatever, they've not long been in existence. Yet you kind of treat them as they're your old friend. I mean, I'm old enough to remember when the web didn't exist, or when browsers, like had a dial-up modem rather than amazingly fast broadband speeds. When almost no one was, when I first started a company, no one was on the internet, so we had to actually physically mail them. But it's easy to think, especially with all the adverts and everything else that say if you ring someone up, it says, no, go to our website, go away, we don't want to actually talk to you. Use our website. That's crept in the last few years. But look at your join date on sites like Facebook and Twitter to see how things have changed that quickly. And think about the sites you now use daily, the ones I've mentioned, and loads of others. Ones you'd never even heard of a few years ago, if they existed, or vice versa, the sites that seemed essential a while ago, MySpace, lots of other ones, but have now faded into the mists of time, and that'll change again. And when I first started, it was InfoSeek, then AltaVista, a few others in between, and then eventually this upstart called Google arrived, and that's the one that we all tend to use nowadays by default, or Bing, which used to be called Microsoft Search Engine or MSN or whatever it was, and the name will change again. Disney changed InfoSeek to Go when they first bought it, and Yahoo, AltaVista diverts to Yahoo, but that's about as much as it does. So these things change, and they'll change again. If you watch this video again in a decade's time, chances are some of the big sites will have changed again. Whether we'll still be using Facebook and Twitter and Google, I don't know. Could be the app on your phone instead. Lots and lots of things will change, because again, that's another thing that's changed big time. And as I said, remember the big picture. Remember that change is the constant. So make it part of your regular practice to take a step back in your internet marketing and check that you still remember what that bigger picture looks like. Should you be using your phone to check your site? Should you be even tapping away on your phone as the thing, or even speaking to your phone and letting it auto-transcribe? Don't know, your choice. But don't get bogged down by the detail. It doesn't matter whether you use Dragon Naturally Speaking or the Microsoft equivalent or the app on your iPhone or Android phone. That's detail, and it doesn't really matter. And if the detail that's bogging you down is bogging you down, outsource it. Fiverr, maybe. Freelancer, Guru.com, any of the other Upwork, or any of the other freelance sites. If it's an essential part of your plan, or once you can actually, you've got an excuse to procrastinate. Because if it's all it's doing is holding you back, procrastinate on it. Just let it fester, without that stopping you from pressing the publish button. I've probably stalled a couple of times on this video. I've pressed pause a couple of times if I needed to cough or if the phone's bleeped or anything like that. And is it perfect? No. But is it good enough? Yeah, because you got information out of this, and hopefully you will actually remember the big picture, and you'll remember, yeah, okay, he paused, or he went a little bit too fast for me, or he went a bit too slow, or that screen change wasn't quite as slick as it should have been, or whatever else. But it doesn't really matter, because the big picture is I've actually done it. I've got a video out today, and tomorrow I'll probably do another one, or a blog post, or whatever takes for fancy. But doing it is actually much, much, much more important than getting bogged down by detail. And if you'd like more real-world tips that you can put to use in your internet marketing, click the link below this video and join me for regular emails to help you improve your internet marketing business. Promise not to spam you, or just send you out one, usually one, sometimes not one, sometimes more than one, but usually one email a day, and not too silly, just helping you grow your business. Obviously, I'd love it if you spent money with me as well, but it's not actually part of the big picture. The big picture is help you first, let everything else follow, and that's probably quite a good lesson in itself. Okay, thanks for watching, and remember to click that link and join me.